Throughout the year, it's funny, we've had different athletes ready at different times, but I think they've each had their opportunity to shine in different meets, and I think they're certainly ready for the competition. We've had the rest, and I think they'll, even though it hasn't been all at the same time, we'll be ready for it all at the time this year. You know, it'll really help a lot because one of the things about this course, it's an extremely tough course, and I think a lot of teams, when they come in, they're going to be intimidated and they're going to not race as hard as a result. But I think the experience we've had on the course will make a huge difference because we know where all the hills are, we know the mile marks, we know when they're going to have to push it, when they can run fast, when they think it's, you know, just another mile. So it'll be a tremendous asset, and I think, as far as I know, not very many of the Horizon League schools have run in this course, so I think it's going to be definitely to our benefit. Well, it's interesting. I think on the women's side, we have so much more depth than we did last year. We had 3 very good athletes, although last year one of the athletes lost her shoe at the conference meet. That didn't help. But this year we're deep 7, and I think that's going to make a huge impact on the team results. Last year, the difference between 4th and 7th was probably maybe 10 points, somewhere in there. We were on the wrong end of the 10 points, but I think this year we'll definitely be in the front end of that. We won't even have to worry about that. And on the guys squad, it's pretty much the same thing. We're a little bit deeper on the guys team than we are on the women's, but still, the depth is much better this year. Well, the newcomers, my goal all along is to have the male and female freshman of the year. I'd say it's going to be a little bit tougher on the women's side, but it's certainly going to be a head-to-head race. And I'd say on the men's side, we can definitely dominate that thing. But the freshmen have contributed greatly to both programs, men and women. I would say we've got certainly 3 freshmen in the top, 6 for the men, and the same for the women. And so the freshmen have had a great influence on the team success. The upper class athletes have been challenged a lot, and I love to see that because they need to be kicked in the rear end every once in a while, and that's a good way to do it. I hope they are. We have a couple men that are a little dinged up. They're probably running at 90%. They're still ready to go, and they'll race hard, and it won't be an excuse for a bad performance. But we have 3 athletes on crutches right now for the males, and that's really hurt us a lot. 2 of them would be in our top 5, and I think that's made a difference. For the women, for the most part, we're pretty healthy. I mean, it's the small little injuries that every team has, and you just have to deal with. But they're certainly ready to go. So I think the women are definitely 100%, and the guys, we could have been stronger, but you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and that's the way it is. So we'll do our best, and it'll be a good race.